Most people think Brabus is a G-Wagon with fender flares. That's level 4. There are 6 more. At the bottom, it's a badge upgrade that should embarrass anyone who buys it. At the top, it's a 900 horsepower rocket and a twin-engine superboat built for open water. Same company, same logic, 7 completely different arguments. Here's all 7. Level 1, the logo upgrade. The styling package, C-Class, CLA, A-Class, Brabus aero kits, interior trim pieces, the 3-pointed star replaced with the Brabus B, and wheels that look like they belong on something faster than what's under the hood. The trap is elegant in its design. Brabus is aspirational enough that the badge carries weight even when the engine work is absent. Someone walks into a dealership, adds the Brabus Aeroline package for $12,000, leaves with a C200 that looks like it has a secret and doesn't. The dealer wins. The badge wins. The car does not become different. The honest version, Brabus styling packages are executed exceptionally well. The fit, the finish, the visual language, all of it is legitimate. But a Brabus kit on a 4-cylinder Mercedes is a dinner jacket on the wrong person. The clothes are correct. The occasion is not. Buyer here is 29 years old, found Brabus through Instagram, saw the G-Wagon first, saw the price second, found the styling package third, has sent pictures of the car to 7 people. 5 of them noticed the wheels aren't stock. None of them know enough to ask about the engine. No use play here. This isn't a purchase to optimize. It's a purchase to reconsider. If you're spending Brabus money, spend it at the level where Brabus actually touches the engine. Skip the styling-only package. If the next number on this list fits your budget, that's where you should be. Level 2, the smallest Brabus. Starting around $47,000, the Smart number 1 Brabus makes 422 horsepower. In a Smart, 422 horsepower in a city car that fits in a space a normal SUV would struggle with. The 0 to 60 time is 3.9 seconds. The car weighs roughly 4,000 pounds because it's electric and batteries don't negotiate en masse. And it still does 3.9 seconds to 60 because 422 horsepower doesn't negotiate either. Nobody in the Brabus conversation leads with this car. That's an error. Here's the bones reveal. The Smart number 1 is built on Geely's SEA platform, the same architecture underpinning the Volvo EX30 and the Polestar 4. Your Brabus badge city car shares its structural DNA with a Swedish safety brand. European performance exterior, Chinese engineered architecture, German tuner stamp. That's either the future of the car industry or a sentence that would have been fiction 10 years ago. Probably both. Smart Brabus buyer is 31 years old, lives somewhere with parking that punishes large vehicles, did not compromise on performance, and genuinely enjoys watching people underestimate the car at a stoplight. Has done it to a Golf GTI. Has done it to a Mustang. Has screenshots. The Smart Brabus used market is thin right now. These are recent enough that CPO volumes aren't meaningful yet. Monitor lease returns as 2022 to 2023 examples start cycling through CPO programs. That's when the math opens up. The Smart Brabus is not available in the US market. Smart exited American dealerships in 2019. This is the global Brabus entry point, and it's worth understanding even if you can't walk into a dealer for one. Everything below this level is cosmetic. This is the line. Level 3, the foundation. Complete build starting around $130,000. This is where Brabus built its reputation and where it still does the majority of its work. E-Class, S-Class, GLE. Take the AMG variant, extract the 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8, open the turbos, remap the engine management, install the Brabus sport exhaust, reset the rev limiter, add the Brabus-specific suspension geometry, and arrive at a number that AMG looked at and decided was somebody else's problem. The Brabus 600 on an E63 AMG is not a louder E63. It is a different relationship with the car entirely. The 600 horsepower figure is honest in a way that round AMG numbers occasionally aren't. Brabus publishes dyno figures, warrants their modifications, and stands behind every build with documentation that follows the car for its entire life. AMG fans will say the E63S is already enough. They are not wrong about the E63S. They are wrong about enough. Brabus exists specifically because enough is not a philosophy that survives contact with someone who has seen the next level. Foundation buyer is 48 years old, has owned AMG across 4 cars over 12 years, had the E63S for 2 years, got the Brabus 600 package on year 3, because the E63 started to feel familiar. This is the correct sequence. Don't shortcut it. Used play. A 2019 to 2021 Brabus 600 E-Class build with full documentation runs $95,000 to $120,000. The documentation is not optional. Verify the Brabus build record, confirm the modification warranty history, and have a Mercedes specialist technician inspect the work before any money moves. A Brabus build without its paperwork is a modified E-Class. With it, it's a different asset entirely. The foundation is where Brabus starts being Brabus. Everything below it is prologue. Level 4. The cultural icon. Complete builds north of $500,000. The G-Wagon was designed in the late 1970s to move soldiers across terrain that would defeat normal vehicles. The basic body structure, the ladder frame, the door hinges, the external door handles, the spare tire mounted to the tailgate traces directly back to a military contract originally drawn for the Iranian Imperial Guard in 1979. That is not marketing mythology. That is the actual origin of the vehicle people are paying $500,000 to be seen in. Brabus took that 1979 military DNA, widened the body with the Widestar kit, fitted 24-inch wheels, and installed a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8 producing 800 horsepower. The result costs more than most people's houses and is somehow still recognizable as the same vehicle that crossed Afghan mountain passes 4 decades ago. This is not a coincidence. This is the entire point. The Brabus 800 Widestar is the most culturally legible Brabus product, the one in the parking lot outside the restaurant you booked 6 weeks in advance. It is not the most extreme thing Brabus currently makes. It is the most visible statement Brabus makes. At this level, those are different things, and the distinction is part of the purchase. G-Wagon Widestar buyer is 45 years old, already owned the stock G63, found it insufficient not in performance terms, but in presence terms. The Widestar is not meaningfully faster. It is wider, louder, and more unignorable in a specific and deliberate way. That is the purchase. Own it without apology. Used Brabus 800 Widestar G-Wagons trade between $350,000 and $500,000, depending on specification and build documentation. These are individually commissioned builds. A full Brabus build record is what separates a collectible from a modified SUV. Treat it accordingly. The Widestar is the correct answer if the G63 AMG feels like it's missing something you can't describe. It is. This is what it was missing. Level 5. The brand doesn't matter. Rolls-Royce Cullinan, Bentley Continental GT, Lamborghini Urus, Range Rover, Porsche Taycan. The internet has spent years arguing that Brabus dilutes itself by working on non-Mercedes vehicles. This argument has it exactly backwards. Brabus working on the Lamborghini Urus is not Brabus lowering its standard. It's Brabus applying its standard to a car that arrived from the factory with someone else's standard applied. The result is a Brabus product that happens to have a Lamborghini underneath it. Brabus is the noun. The Lamborghini is the platform. Now here's the thing that should be its own conversation. Bro, the Lamborghini Urus runs a 4.0-liter twin-turbo V8. The same engine, same architecture, shared with the Bentley Bentayga and the Audi RSQ8. 3 different luxury brands, 1 engine block. Brabus has worked on all 3 platforms. They have technically applied their philosophy to the same engine wearing 3 completely different badges across 3 different price points. That's not a tuner with a specialty. That's a verdict on what the hardware actually is, regardless of which logo sits above it. Level 5 buyer does not have brand loyalty, has a Cullinan in one bay and a Urus in another, and has already contacted Brabus about the Porsche Taycan program. Considers the factory specification a preliminary document in every case. Has a person who handles the scheduling for this. That person is very busy. No standard used market numbers at this level. These builds are individually commissioned and low volume. When they surface, they trade at or above original build cost because the documentation justifies the premium. The question at level 5 is never budget, it's availability. If you own a car that Brabus builds on, call them. The factory specification is not the finished version. Level 6, the Rocket. Complete build starting around $500,000. The Brabus Rocket is where the entire company's philosophy stops being implicit and becomes explicit. Current form, the Rocket 900, based on the Mercedes-AMG GT63 S4 Matic Plus. 4 doors, 4 seats, a trunk, 900 horsepower, built to cover distance at speeds that are illegal in most countries and physically possible in one. The Autobahn is the use case. Not the track, not the city. The open road at maximum velocity, which is a different discipline entirely and demands a different machine. The Rocket 900 is a family-sized touring car with rear legroom and a comprehensive Brabus modification warranty and 900 horsepower. These facts should not coexist in one vehicle. The Rocket resolves the contradiction by simply being both things simultaneously without explaining itself. The original Rocket, built in 2005 on the CLS 55 AMG platform, was the first moment Brabus announced that their ambition was not to improve a Mercedes, but to build something Mercedes wouldn't. Every Rocket since carries that logic. This isn't a warmed-up AMG. It's a different conclusion about what a road car is permitted to be. Rocket buyer already had the G-Wagon Widestar, found it insufficient for actual movement, needed something that could disappear at will. Different cars for different arguments. Consistent person underneath both of them. Documented Rocket builds hold value in the collector market. Used examples with full Brabus build history surface occasionally at $380,000 to $480,000. These are the correct purchase if the new build lead time doesn't fit your timeline. The documentation requirement is the same as every other level on this list. Non-negotiable. The Rocket is the Brabus for people who've already made their presence known and now want to make a completely different kind of statement. The kind that passes you before you know what it was. Level 7. They also build boats. Brabus Shadow 900. North of $300,000. The Brabus Shadow series exists because someone at Brabus asked what this philosophy looks like on water, and nobody in the room said it shouldn't. The Shadow 900 is a superboat, a joint venture with Finnish builder Axopar. Brabus provides the design language, the interior logic, the performance specifications, and the complete visual grammar of what a Brabus product is. The result does 60-plus knots on open water with twin 450 horsepower Mercury outboard engines. The cabin finish matches what you find in the G-Wagon. The obsessive attention to material and proportion is identical. The refusal to accept a factory standard outcome is unchanged. The Shadow 900 produces 900 combined horsepower across both engines, the same number as the Rocket 900 on land. Brabus matched their own ceiling on water. Bruh. Shadow buyer already has the car, has had the car for years, has had multiple cars for years. The boat is not a new interest. It's the same question asked of a different surface. What is the best version of this thing that could have been built? The answer came back with twin 450 horsepower outboards and the same interior language as the G-Wagon. This was always where the logic was heading. If the boat surprises you, go back to level 1. The entire logic of Brabus, from the C-Class styling kit to the Urus to the Rocket to this, is that the original specification is a starting point, not a conclusion. That principle doesn't require a road. It doesn't require 4 wheels. It requires only the position that what was delivered wasn't the best version of the thing that could have been delivered. Here's the thing nobody is saying yet. The internal combustion era of Brabus is on a clock. The 800 horsepower V8 G-Wagon, the 900 horsepower Rocket, that chapter is finite. The Shadow series running on outboard engines with no electrification timeline in sight might outlast the cars. Brabus started on land and may end on water. That would be the most Brabus outcome possible. Here's where this lands. The styling package is the trap. Not because Brabus makes bad kits. They don't. But because it's the only level on this list where the car doesn't actually change. You're paying for the appearance of a standard. Skip it. The Brabus 600 documented build is the cheat code. 2019 to 2021, full paperwork, $95,000 to $120,000. Real engine work, real build history, depreciation absorbed. This is the answer for the person who wants genuine Brabus at the most rational entry point available. The upgrade path if you're building towards something. Smart Brabus for the lowest cost of real mechanical work to Brabus 600 used when the budget allows to G-Wagon Widestar when presence becomes the point to Rocket when presence stops being enough. The boat is not a departure from this list. It's the conclusion it was always heading toward. Brabus was never a Mercedes tuner. It was a position on what finished means. And that position doesn't have a brand requirement or a road requirement. No dealership talk, no cap. Hit subscribe. We do this for every brand. See you in the next one.